Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video we will talk about American killer Ted Kaczynski. So let's start the video. Ted Kaczynski, in full Theodore John Kaczynski by the name of Unabomber, born on May 22, 1942 at Brooklyn Park, Illinois, US, has died on June 10, 2023, Butner, North Carolina. American criminal who conducted a 17-year bombing campaign that killed 3 and wounded 23 in an attempt to bring out a revolution against the industrial system. Kaczynski was a bright child, and he demonstrated an affinity for mathematics from an early age. He enrolled at Howard University when he was 16, and he completed his undergraduate degree in 1962. He entered graduate studies in mathematics at the University of Michigan, earning a PhD in 1967, and taking an assistant professor position at the University of California at Berkeley later that year. Kaczynski had never been an especially social person, and at Berkeley he developed a disdain for technology and many of the trappings of modern life. He left Berkeley in 1969 and spent the next few years drifting from city to city. In 1971, Kaczynski and his brother David purchased a plot of land near Lincoln, Montana, and it was there he would spend most of the ensuing 24 years. Kaczynski lived in a 10 by 12 foot, 3 by 4 meter cabin that he built on the land. The building had no heat, electricity, or running water, and most of Kaczynski's time was spent reading books from the local library and composing the early versions of a manuscript that would later become known as the Unabomber Manifesto. In 1978, Kaczynski moved to the Chicago area to take a job at his brother's factory, and it was during this time that the first of the Unabomber's 16 packages was delivered. Though crude compared with later designs, the bomb addressed to an engineering professor at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, detonated, injuring a police officer. Kaczynski returned to his cabin in Montana and continued his bombing campaign, primarily targeting university. After a bomb exploded on an American Airlines flight in 1979 and at the home of the president of United Airlines the following year, federal investigators organized the Unabomber Standing for University and Airline Bombing Task Force, and media outlets later dubbed the suspect in the case Airline Bombing Task Force. The bombs were constructed with such precision that no useful physical evidence remained after each detonated. And the case single eyewitness described a man in a hooded sweatshirt and sunglasses, an image that was reproduced in a widely circulated police sketch in 1987. Investigators received an unexpected break in the case when, in April 1995, a person claiming to be the Unabomber contacted the New York Times by letter. The individual offered to end the bombing campaign if a major newspaper or magazine published his 35,000-word anti-technology manifesto. While many in the media wondered at the wisdom of acceding to a criminal's ultimatum, the New York Times assisted the Washington Post with the publication of the manifesto, and it appeared as an 8-page supplement in the latter newspaper on September 19, 1995. David Kaczynski recognized elements of his brother's writing in the manifesto, and he contacted federal investigators about his suspicions that his brother might be the Unabomber. The tip led investigators to the Montana cabin, where they arrested Ted Kaczynski on April 3, 1996. Upon searching the cabin, they uncovered a mountain of evidence linking Kaczynski to the Unabomber attacks, bomb parts, journal entries describing the targets, and handwritten drafts of the manifesto. Kaczynski was arraigned in California and New Jersey, the locations of 3 fatal bombings. On January 22, 1998, he pleaded guilty to the charges against him in exchange for a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole.